How do I see my waiting room? Do I need to send her a new invitation?
You might do it just for completeness.
She's there.
All your other invitations should be the same.
Hello. Hi, Miss Elsa. How are you?
It's going to be
Good morning, Christine. I guess it's
Hello?
afternoon. It's afternoon now.
Yes, afternoon. How are you?
Good. How are
Can you
you?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good. Good.
I'm so sorry for morning. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It happens. I had plenty of things to do today. And I got them done this morning.
Thank you.
Let me get my books.
Well, I've got something to do.
Okay. Do you remember where we left off? I think we're on Unit 8, Lesson 9,
Yes.
page 162.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The first thing is a grammar box.
Mhm.
Grammar boxes are real important. They help you learn how to say things the correct way. So I'm going to read.
Mhm. I'm sorry?
You have a child calling you?
Yeah, it's my son. But he's fine. He take his tablet and he's fine.
Okay. I'll read you this grammar box and have you repeat after me.
Okay.
Ways to express alternatives, meaning or and.
Mhm.
He can work mornings or afternoons.
He can work mornings or afternoons.
They can work Saturdays and Sundays.
They can work Saturdays and Sundays.
I can't work Mondays or Tuesdays.
I can't work Mondays or Tuesdays.
In the grammar watch, it says use or, not and, in negative statements. So when you're saying something in the negative, it means you're not, it's a negative. You always use or. You never use and when it's negative. Okay?
Yeah.
So I guess an example in your grammar box, I can't work Mondays or Tuesdays. You wouldn't say I can't work Mondays and Tuesdays. You would say I can't work Mondays or Tuesdays, okay?
Okay.
It would not be correct when you're using the negative. Can't is a negative. And when you're using a negative, you always use or, not and. Okay?
Oh.
All right, let's go into the practice. You're going to write in the blanks either and or.
Mhm.
Which shift do you prefer? I'm flexible. I can work first shift or second shift.
Mhm.
Can you work weekends? Sure, I can work both Saturday
And Sunday.
and Sunday. I want a lot of hours. Number 3, can you work both Saturday and Sunday? I'll be happy to work Saturday
Or Sunday.
or Sunday, but I can't work both days. So that's a negative statement. So we're going to use or. Can you take classes in the morning or in the evening?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I gave you the answer. In the
Yeah.
morning, I can't take classes in the evening because I work second shift.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at Carlos and Nadia's job applications. Write 2 sentences about each person's availability. Use or with can and can't.
Okay.
So when you're saying can, you're always going to use or, unless you're saying that you can do 2 things, okay?
Okay.
So you look at their applications. On Carlos' application, they asked him, when can you work? Check the boxes. And he checked the boxes for 3rd shift and weekends. So over on number 1, it says Carlos can work 2nd shift or 3rd shift, because that's what he checked on his.
Yeah.
But okay, he checked 2nd shift or 3rd shift. What's another sentence you can say about Carlos' hours? Can you tell me another
Yeah.
sentence?
Carlos can't work 3rd shift or 2nd shift.
Well, you're going to say he cannot work.
Cannot work.
When can he not work? Look at
First
his
shift.
application.
1st and 2nd.
Okay, so he can't work 1st shift or weekends.
Or 2nd.
You always say or when you're using the negative.
Oh,
so
weekend.
he cannot work 1st shift or weekends.
Weekends. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Look at Nadia's and tell me what she can and cannot do. What's Nadia's work schedule? What can she do?
Nadia can work 1st shift and or 2nd shift.
Right. Nadia can work 1st shift or 2nd shift. What about when she cannot work?
Nadia cannot work 3rd shift or weekends.
Very good. She cannot work 3rd shift or weekends. They want you to talk about your own availability. If you were to get a job, Christine, when would you be able to work? Using can and can't. Tell me in your words, what could you do? If you were to get a job, when can you work and when can you not work?
I can work in the medical field.
Okay, but what hours? They're talking about shifts.
Yeah, I can work in the 1st shift or 2nd shift.
Okay, I can work 2nd shift or 3rd shift because you want to be home in the mornings when your husband's working, right?
Yeah.
Right, I understand. All right, we're going to do a unit review. Show what you know. Now, this is going to go back over all of Unit 8. So if you want to look back at Unit 8 and see some of the things that we've done in Unit 8.
We are in the review.
This is a review. We're on the unit review, page 163.
Okay.
So in the review, we're going to talk about all the things we've done in Unit 8. And the things we've done in Unit 8 include identify job duties, talk about job skills, help wanted ads, a job application, work history, and availability. So those are the things that we're going to cover in the review. Letter A says, complete the parts of a job interview. Use can and can't, and use the words in parentheses. So you're going to fill in these blanks. The first one they did for you. The manager says, can you use a cash register? And Terry answers, no, I
cannot.
That's right. No, I can't. But
I can learn.
I can learn. Very good. But I can learn. Okay, so but I can learn. So the manager says, okay, well, maybe
you can stock shelves.
You can stock shelves at first. So maybe you can stock shelves at first. So the manager's going to put him to work stocking shelves. Terry says, sure.
Sure, I can do that.
Very good. I can do that. The manager says, do you prefer afternoons or evenings? And Terry answers,
I can work in the afternoon or in the evening. I am flexible.
Very good. I am flexible. So the manager asks him again, what about weekends? How does he ask that question?
Can you work on weekends?
Very good. And Terry answers, sure, on the weekend.
On the weekend, I can work mornings, afternoons, or evening.
Very good. So the manager asks him about tomorrow.
Can you start tomorrow?
Very good. And Terry answers,
Yes, I can.
yes, I can. Very good. So part B says complete the sentences. Use a go, and, in, last, later, and or. So they've given you lots of different words to choose from.
Okay.
Is he okay?
Yes, yes.
Is he watching cartoons?
Yeah,
I can hear them in your headset.
he take he take a chocolate too much, so I take it from him.
Okay,
Yes.
let's work on part B. You're going to fill in the blanks. Ali Osman came to the US. What goes in the first blank? In. They gave you the first one, right?
Yeah.
In 2005. So Ali Osman came to the US in 2005. 1 month
1 month later,
later, very good. 1 month later, he started school. He got his first job,
in 2006.
very good, in 2006. It was in a hospital and he worked nights. Ali didn't like his work schedule. A few weeks,
A few weeks ago.
no, later.
Later. Okay.
A few weeks later,
Mm-hmm.
his boss asked, Ali, do you prefer days?
Or nights.
Very good. Do you prefer days or nights? Ali said, I prefer days. So what goes in the next one? A
Mm-hmm.
week
A week later.
later, he changed his hours. A week later, he changed his hours. Ali continued to go to school. What goes in number 7?
Uh, Last year.
Very good. Last year, he had classes 3 nights a week, on Monday, Tuesday.
Uh, and Thursday.
Yes, he had class 3 nights a week, on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. This year, he's going to school.
In the morning.
Very good. He's going to school in the morning. He changed jobs a few weeks.
Ago.
Yes, he has a better job at a different hospital, but now he works from noon till 8 p.m. So he can't go to class in the afternoon.
He has better relative. He can go to the class in the afternoon or the evening.
Yes, or the evening. Very good. He can't go to class in the afternoon or the evening because he changed his hours. Very good. All right, let's turn over to page 164. They're talking about Albert and Manny's interview. You remember the interview that Albert and Manny had?
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking about what he could do and what he could not do.
Yeah.
They're asking you to ask questions as if you were the interviewer. They want you to ask about the applicant's job skills,
Mm-hmm.
work history, and availability. So what questions would you ask somebody, and use these words that they gave you in student A? You're the one that's doing the interview, and you're going to hire somebody to work for you, okay?
Yeah.
So these are the questions they want you to ask the person you're interviewing.
I can ask about the skill. His skill.
Yes, use can and can't.
Yeah.
So what kind of things are you going to ask him?
I can ask him about what hours he prefer.
Very good.
Or
That's his
night
availability.
shift.
What hours would you prefer to work? Very good. What about his
Yeah.
job skills? What kind of questions would you ask about his job skills?
He can use a computer.
Okay,
Or
can you use a
printer.
computer?
Or
Very good.
the
Or forklift. Remember the forklift?
yeah, forklift.
Okay.
Or the cashier registration register.
Okay. What about his work history, where he's worked before?
If he had an experience before.
Right. How would you ask that question?
Do you have any experience?
Very good. That's exactly right. Do you have any experience? And then tell me what you have done before.
Yeah.
They want to,
I'm sorry. I'm so hungry. You're so hungry? Okay. خد انزل هات سناكس من تحت تعال. It's okay. I'm with you.
do you need to get him something to eat?
انزل مع عمي اعمل لك milk. Need milk? Okay, just give me
You go.
2
Yes,
minutes.
it's fine. You go ahead. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Not a problem. We got to take care of our little ones.
Yeah.
All right. This next part, they want you to. Have you ever been fired from a job?
Hmm.
Christine, have you ever been fired from a job?
No, before no. Actually, yes, but not here in USA.
Okay.
Out. Yeah.
If that ever happens and you have to explain it, you wouldn't have to explain that if it was not in the US.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever had to explain it to another employer, how would you do that? Would you? They've given several options here about what you might say to a potential employer if you had left your last job because your boss fired you.
Mm-hmm.
This one says Marco is unemployed. He has a job interview tomorrow. At his last job, he had a problem. He made a mistake and his boss fired him. Marco does not think his boss was right. Marco is worried that the interviewer will ask, "Why did you leave your last job?" He doesn't know how to answer the question. So his problem, of course, is he needs to know how to answer that question because almost certainly the interviewer is going to ask about why he left the last job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've given you a few ideas here, um, and you can tell me what you think. He can say, "I left my last job because I wanted a different schedule." He can say, "I was fired," and then explain what he learned. He can say, "I was fired," and explain why his boss was not fair, or something else. What would you tell a boss if they asked you if you'd ever been fired from a job?
I
What would
think
you
the
tell?
first one is a good answer.
What's the best answer?
I left my last job because I wanted a different schedule.
Okay, that's an answer that you could give, and it would probably be okay because it's. But the problem comes in if that interviewer calls your last employer and talks to that employer. What is that employer going to say to this new interviewer? So you need to be careful if you were fired that you give him enough information that if he calls that employer, that they're not going to have disagreeing, they're not going to have a problem. So it's better to say, um, what I would do probably is to call that boss that fired him, and ask him, tell him, I'm looking for another job. Will you help me to find another job? Or are you going to tell them that you fired me? Because most employers are not going to tell them that you were fired, okay? When I've hired people in the past to come work for me and I call a past employer, usually what the past employer is going to say, can you verify what they told you? So for instance, if the new job interviewer calls your old job, then they're going to say, why did he leave? And the what the old boss should say is,
Mhm.
what did he tell you? So that the old boss doesn't disagree with what you're telling the new boss. Okay?
Mhm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's better if you talk to that old boss and tell him, I'm looking for another job. What will you tell them if they call you? You know, if you ask him, what are you going to tell them if they call you?
Mhm.
I know what I have done in the past is I have said, tell me what he told you. So they can look on the application and say, well, he told me he wanted a different schedule.
Mhm.
Can you hold on just 1 minute,
Yes.
Christine?
Okay. Yes.
Hello. I'm sorry, Christine. You there?
It's okay.
It's,
Yeah.
it's funny. That was my other friend, Christine.
Oh, really? I'm lucky.
You have a wonderful name.
Yeah.
Anyway, she and I are working on something together, and she wanted
Mhm.
to touch base with me. So let's go. I don't know that you need to go over this anymore. Just be careful when you're filling out job interviews, and applications, that you write down things that you're not going to get in trouble if they call your other employers and ask them what they say. Okay, what you said. All right, let's go on to parents and children. That's the next unit,
Yeah.
page
I
one.
think this is the important
This
chapter.
is an important one. Yes, very good. Parents and children, page 165. In the preview, it says, look at the picture. Who are the people? Who do you think these two people are in the picture?
Yeah. I think this is a student and this one the parent or a teacher.
It's probably mother and
Maybe.
son. It's because it looks like they're in a home
Okay.
setting. So it's probably mom and her son. And it looks like they might be working on homework. It says, what are they doing? And I think maybe she's helping him with reading or working on homework. The goals in this unit are to identify school subjects, things, things they learn about in school, make plans for school events, take a phone message, complete a school enrollment form, talk about progress in school, and discuss your child's behavior in school.
Yeah.
So let's start with lesson 1. What do you know? Look at the pictures. We're on page 166 now. Look at the pictures. Which school subjects do you know? What subject does it look like they're working on in that first picture?
It is math.
Yeah. And in the second picture, it's English or language arts. In the third class,
Physical education.
PE or physical education. Sometimes they just call it gym class.
Yeah.
Number 4 is social studies or history. Number 5 is
Art.
Number 5, I'm sorry,
Music.
6. 6 is music. 7,
Technology.
technology or computer class, right? Number 8,
Community service.
they called it community service. Those young ladies are out. It looks like they're picking up trash in a place where it has collected. So community service. Number 9,
world language.
they said world languages. So apparently they're talking about different languages.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could tell that from that picture, but that's what it says. And number 10 is
Science.
science. Okay, she sent me a link. Okay, so now we're going to go on to, I may need to change the CD. So you may have to give me just a minute because I've got the old CD in my computer.
Okay.
I have to go to a new one. Oh, maybe I already changed it. Oh, I need to change it. I'm on unit 9. I need to change it to CD3. Okay. It's going to take me a minute to go and set this
It's
up.
okay.
Jim, can you help me with this? I need to do a share screen
You're gonna do your video sound.
sound,
Share sound down here.
but I don't have it open here yet.
Okay. Well, get it open.
I don't know how to do that. What am I not doing?
How you go to your either your file or go to there and click on the disk.
I don't think I can see it here.
How you put it in the machine.
It's in the machine and it's booted up.
Okay. You can do that. Click again. Do the same thing you did before. Go to the Explorer. Go to this PC.
Huh?
Scroll down. Scroll down.
There's nothing to scroll down to. You're looking at it.
And go up a folder.
This one?
No. Scroll down. Too much. Click on this PC. Double click. Okay. There. Click here. It says there's nothing in their drive.
I just put it in there.
Okay, there you go.
Did I?
Click something.
It's playing.
Now go back to your Zoom session.
It won't pause.
Yeah, there it goes.
Okay.
Click on screen there.
What?
On the left, click on screen. Share.
Okay.
Unit 9.
Can you hear it, Christine?
Parents
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Children. Page 166. What do you know? Exercise B. Listen. 1,
Math,
2,
language arts, English,
3,
PE, physical education,
4,
social studies, history,
5,
art,
6,
music,
7,
technology,
8,
community service,
9,
world languages,
10.
science,
Listen and repeat.
Now they want you to repeat, Christine.
Yes, okay.
1,
math,
Math,
2,
language arts,
language arts,
English,
English,
3,
PE, physical education,
physical education,
4,
social studies,
social studies,
history,
history,
5,
I don't want you up here.
art,
art,
6,
music,
music,
7,
technology,
technology,
8,
community service,
community service,
9,
world languages,
world language,
10.
science,
science.
Unit 9.
Okay. That was looking at the pictures. They want you to choose a subject from the list. Are you pretty pleased with yourself? My cat just got up on top of my desk. Anyway, they want you to look at this list. And think about word pairs that you can use. So it says choose a school subject from the vocabulary list and write 3 clues for the word. Your partner will guess the word. No. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can you think of word clues that you might use for math?
Yeah.
What kind of word clues would you use for math?
Numbers.
Numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, right?
Yes.
What about English, language arts?
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary,
Grammar.
spelling,
Grammar.
spelling. What was that last one?
Grammar.
Drama. Drama is more like grammar. Very good. No, that's exactly right. Grammar. I just didn't understand you. So grammar, that would be a good one.
Yes.
What about PE, physical education?
Exercise.
Exercise. Very good. Playing. Games and sports.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What about social studies or history?
I think
government or current events or politics.
Politics, yeah.
Dates. I'm sorry?
Dates.
I don't know what that last word was.
D-A-T-E-S.
Dates. Yes, important dates in history.
Yeah.
Yes, important dates in history. Important holidays even, like why do we celebrate President's Day and what is who are we celebrating? And so holidays is another one that might help. Okay. What about art? They gave you some for art in your book.
Paint, draw, color.
Very good. What about music?
Music is what did we say?
Instruments like guitar, piano.
Yes.
So musical instruments, right?
Yes.
What about technology?
Internet.
Okay, internet, computers.
Computers.
Websites.
Yes.
What about community service?
Street.
Clean up.
Street.
Or service, just service. There are lots of different kinds of community service. You can collect canned goods. Mm-hmm. You can plant trees. Mm-hmm. You can do lots of different things for community service, but cleaning up, which is the one they show you in the picture, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What about world languages?
Different culture.
Well, you could name different languages,
language?
like Arabic or Spanish or Chinese or different languages, right?
Yes.
What about science?
Lab test.
Lab tech. Experiments.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Instrument. Science instrument.
Microscope.
Microscope. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. And they ask you to talk about the schools that are in your community and write them down. So,
Mama, what should I do?
Go ahead, Christine. See what he needs.
Anything.
I should build a car or McDonald's.
Build car. Okay.
Car?
Yes.
How old is he, Christine?
He's 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this next part is talking about schools. Where does he go to school? Does he go to preschool or is he in kindergarten? He wouldn't be in kindergarten yet.
He is going to Head Start, but he finished at 12:30. So I bring him and come to the class. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So it's a preschool. Is that what he goes to, a preschool?
Yeah.
Head Start is a preschool, right?
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, I will try to go to the big school in the school.
What's the name of the elementary school where your daughter goes?
My Sango Sango Elementary School.
Sango. Okay, Sango Elementary. The
Yeah.
schools that are near you are a lot different than the schools that are near me. That's why I asked you to tell me about your
Yeah.
schools. They asked for a middle school. What middle school do they have near you? Do you know?
I think Richview Middle School.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And then a high school?
I think the same name.
Okay. That's the way they are here where I live. I live in Coopertown, which is just down the road from Clarksville. And I don't know about preschool, but I think they have Head Start in the regular public schools.
Yeah.
But our elementary school and our middle school are both called Coopertown because that's where we live. We have a Coopertown Elementary and a Coopertown Middle School. And then our high school is Springfield High School. They have to go into Springfield for high school. Does he need something, Christine?
I'm sorry.
Does your son need something? Does your son need you? Your son.
I can't understand. My son?
Yes, he's talking to you.
No, he's playing.
Oh, okay. Okay. His voice is louder than yours is.
Yeah.
Is your
He's
microphone?
loud.
Where's your microphone? Where's your microphone?
Me? I think he's a computer.
Oh, okay. He sounds louder than you do. Okay, let's go over to let's go on over to
Lesson 2. Okay.
well, let me see. I don't know if we did the can we back up for just a minute and do the workbook pages from Unit 8 that we missed on the review?
Okay.
Lessons 8 and 9 asked your questions about availability. Go back to your workbook. In your workbook, page 96,
Yeah.
we skipped the
Yeah.
last lesson.
It's okay.
So let's just review that last lesson in the workbook.
Okay.
And we're going to write and or in the blanks. What's your availability?
I can work weekdays
Weekdays
and
and
weekends.
weekends. Okay, and number 2, can you work Monday through Friday?
No, I can't work on Tuesday or Thursday.
Very good. And because it's can't, you know, you're going to use the word or. Very good.
Yes.
Number 3, does your class meet twice a week?
Yes, it meets on Monday or Wednesday morning.
Actually, this is in the affirmative. It's not
And?
negative. So you would say it meets on Monday and Wednesday.
And?
You would use and in this case.
Yeah.
Do you have transportation to work?
Yes, I do. I can take the bus and get a ride from my husband.
Or, so that or is going to go in that blank. I can take the bus or get a ride from my husband. Very good. And number 5, do you prefer first shift?
Or second shift.
Very good. Or. I prefer first shift. I have an English class at night. Okay, they wanted you to play the track and I can't play that, so we're going to skip part B and go over to part C. Imagine you are a manager at a shoe store. I'm on page 97 now. Read your employees' availability, then complete the schedule. Choose one employee for each shift. Each employee must work 20 hours. So you're going to put them on this schedule that they gave you in your workbook. Rosa says, I can work mornings or afternoons. I can't work on Wednesday or Friday mornings because I have a class, and I can't work on weekends. But you know that she has to have 20 hours, and she can do mornings or afternoons, but no Wednesday or Friday mornings. So we could put her on the morning shift from, actually, we probably ought to just put her on the afternoon shift, right?
Yeah.
Because then she doesn't have any conflicts. So just put her on the afternoon shift from 11 to 4. That's 5 hours. And if she works 5 hours on 4 days, you can give her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right?
Yeah.
The next girl, Fang, she can't work on Fridays or Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So we have to give her her 20
Daniel, be quiet, please, Daniel.
I won't worry.
I'm bringing Caroline. Caroline.
Okay, I know. Be quiet, please. Look, my teacher, she can't help me. Be quiet, okay? Thank you.
We need to do this in the morning while he's in school, right?
Yes, I know. I know.
That's okay. This is kind of a tough exercise, but if you want to take some time and go through and try to fill it in, you can. But it takes trying to figure out who can work when and then covering all the shifts. So it looks like it looks like Fang wants to work afternoons, and it looks like Rosa can work in the mornings or the afternoons, except on 2 days. So it looks like you're going to have to put Paul on morning and afternoon on Friday, because on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Because Rosa and Fang, neither one can work Friday and Saturday. So you're going to have to put him on Friday and Saturday for morning and afternoon. So that's but that's what they want you to do, is try to figure out when they can work, what hours, and then fill in the schedule. I'm not going to spend any more time on that because that takes a lot of work. Let's go over to
Paul
in the workbook, page 98.
Where? The
in
big
the workbook, page 98.
98, okay. Okay. So unit 9?
Page 98.
Okay.
We're going to review the things that we just went over in the big book.
Yes. Okay.
So they want you to write down the subject underneath the pictures. Now these pictures look like they're the same pictures that you have in your book.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might want to take your book and look at the pictures to write in these answers, because that will probably make writing in these answers a little bit easier. Number 1 is obviously physical education, or PE.
Yeah, PE number 1.
What's number 2?
Community service.
Very good. And number 3?
Language, arts,
yes,
and English.
And number 4?
Science.
And 5?
Art.
6?
Technology.
Very good. 7?
History, I think. Social study.
Yep. Number 8?
Math.
And 9?
Music.
Very good. Now on part B, over on the next page, it says, read what the students say about their favorite school subjects. Complete each statement with a school subject from exercise A. So they want you to write in a school subject in the blanks. So number 1, the little girl says, I like to paint with finger paint and color pictures.
Art.
So what's her favorite subject? Art. Very good. And number 2, the boy says, I learned all the names of the presidents.
Social studies.
Social studies or history. Very good. And number 3, I love numbers. I learned how to add and subtract.
Math.
Math. And number 4 says, I like to study plants and animals.
Science.
Science. Very good. Science.
Yes.
So, Greenville High School grade 9 course list. It says, read the descriptions of the classes in the high school course catalog and write the title of each course with the school subject from exercise A. So number 1, they gave you number 1, it's music.
Yeah.
Students will learn how to read music and play one of these instruments, piano, drums, violin, or clarinet. Number 2, students will learn how to play team sports, soccer, volleyball, and individual sports, swimming and running. What course is that?
I think it would be physical education.
Yes, physical education, or PE. Number 3 says students will work 30 hours with an organization that helps people. Students will help at a food bank, teach younger children, or clean around lakes and rivers.
It's a community service.
Yes, community service. Number 4 says students will read and write stories, learn grammar, and discuss literature.
Is this language arts or
Yes.
English?
Language arts or English. And number 5 says students will learn basic computer skills, such as using the internet and using word processing programs.
Technology.
Very good. Technology. All right, let's go back to the big book.
No.
And turn over to page 168.
Yeah.
Make plans for school events. So first they want you to look at the pictures and read the information and then answer the questions. So the first picture is a parent-teacher conference. Have you ever had to do one of those for your daughter?
Yeah.
You go up to the school and talk to her teacher?
Yes.
The second one is a parent-teacher organization, PTO. When my kids were little, I think it was called PTA, Parent Teacher Association. But you have an organization in your school that involves the parents in the learning process.
Yeah.
And repeat.
What happened?
1.
Oops.
Math.
This is doing something weird.
Future
I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something weird. Okay. So those are the ones. A parent-teacher conference is a meeting between a student's teacher and his or her parents. The teacher and parents discuss the child's progress in school. PTO stands for Parent-Teacher Organization. A PTO is a group of teachers and parents in a school who work together to improve the school. I'm sorry. So what is the purpose of a parent-teacher conference?
It's discuss the child progress in the school.
Yes. And number 2, what's the purpose of a PTO?
They work together to improve the school.
Yes, very good. All right, now they want you to look at the picture. Mr. and Mrs. Duval have a notice from their son's school. What do you think the notice is about? Looking at the picture, can you tell?
I think this is his son or her daughter report.
Well, it could be, or it could be a note saying that they want to have a parent-teacher conference.
Yeah.
So they're sending a note home for the parents to let the teacher know when they can come in for a parent-teacher conference.
Okay.
So we're going to listen to the next track and see if that's what it was. So we're going to look at track 3.
2. Copyright 2010. Page 168. Listen. Exercises B and C.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There's a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah? What day?
Thursday the 19th at 6. My mother will watch the kids. That way, we can both go.
Oh, I have to work that day until 9, but I'll try to change my shift.
Page 168.
Okay, so they said it was a parent-teacher conference and they told them the date. So it was a parent-teacher conference. They want us to listen again and then answer these questions.
Okay.
So we'll listen one more time. And
Unit 9. Parents and Children. Page 166. What do you...
That wasn't the right track, sorry.
Page 168. Listen. Exercises B and C.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There's a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah? What day?
Thursday the 19th at 6. My mother will watch the kids. That way, we can both go.
Oh, I have to work that day until 9, but I'll try to change my shift.
Okay, so when is the parent-teacher conference?
It's Saturday the 19th at 9, at 6.
6. It's letter B. Number 1 is letter B. Thursday, the 19th at 6 o'clock. Number 2 says, what does Mr. Duval have to do on the day of the conference?
To work?
He has to go to work, letter A. All right, we're going to listen to the whole conversation and see what they tell us.
Page 168. Listen. Exercise D.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There's a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah? What day?
Thursday the 19th at 6. My mother will watch the kids. That way, we can both go.
Oh, I have to work that day until 9, but I'll try to change my shift.
I hope you can.
Me too. When is Carlo's band concert? I know it's coming up.
That's Monday the 23rd.
Okay, I'll definitely go to that.
Okay, so it says, what is Mr. Duval going to do on Monday the 23rd?
Go to a band concert?
A band concert. Carlos has a band concert on the 23rd. Okay, we're going to listen to these sentences. Before I do that, they have a little block to the right that says pronunciation watch, and they want you to go over that. The word will usually has a short, weak pronunciation. After a pronoun such as I or we usually use the contraction with an apostrophe LL. So will can be changed into a contraction after the pronoun I or we, or he or she, but so they're showing you how to use contractions. I've always told my students, if you're not comfortable with a contraction, just say the words, because there's nothing wrong with using the whole word if you feel more comfortable with that. But let's listen to the sentences and then we'll listen and repeat.
Page 169. Conversation. Exercise A. Listen.
I'll try.
We'll both go.
He'll be at work.
She'll meet him there.
My mother will watch the kids.
All right, now we're going to repeat.
Listen and repeat.
I'll try.
I'll try.
We'll both go.
We'll both go.
He'll be at work.
He'll be at
work.
She'll meet him there.
She'll meet him there.
Meet him there.
Very good.
My mother will watch the kids.
My mother will watch the kids.
Very good.
Page 169.
I'm having a hard time making this thing pause. Okay, so now they want you to listen and repeat the conversation. So this time they're going to do a whole conversation and then how you repeat it. So first listen, and then you'll listen and repeat, okay?
Page 169. Conversation. Exercise B. Listen.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There's a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah? What day?
Thursday the 19th at 6. My mother will watch the kids. That way, we can both go.
Oh, I have to work that day until 9, but I'll try to change my shift.
Okay, now you're going to repeat.
Yes.
Listen and repeat.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today.
Carlo brought a notice
Carlo
home.
brought a notice home from school today.
There's a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
There's a parent-teacher.
There is a parent-teacher conference in 2 weeks.
Yeah? What day?
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, what day?
Thursday the 19th at 6.
Thursday the 19th at
Thurs-
6.
Thursday the 19th at 6.
My mother will watch the kids.
My mother will watch the kids.
My mother will watch the kids.
That way, we can both go.
That way we can both go.
That way we can both go.
Oh, I have to work that day until 9.
Oh, I have to
Oh,
work
I-
that day.
Oh, I have to work that day until
But I'll
9.
try to change my shift.
But I'll try to change my shift.
But I will try to change my shift.
Very good.
Page 160.
Okay. All right, now we're going to do one of those practice the conversation. So you're going to write into the blue blanks and the green blanks using the words to the right in blue and green.
Okay.
So go ahead and fill in those blanks, and then we'll go over that whole conversation.
Okay. Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There is a school play in 2 weeks.
Very good. Oh, yeah? What day?
Saturday, the 19th at
No,
6.
Thursday. Did you say Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, Thursday the 19th.
Yeah, 19. My mother will watch the kids. That way we can both go.
Oh, I have to be at work that day until 9, but I'll switch hours with someone.
Yeah.
Okay, now this time I'll start and you fill in.
Okay.
Carlo brought a notice home from school today. There's a science fair in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. What day?
Thursday the 19th at 6 o'clock. My mother will watch the kids. That way we can both go.
Oh, I have to be at work that day until 9, but I will change my schedule.
Very good. Okay, let's turn over to page 170. There's a grammar box at the top of the page, and this is another use of contractions. So contractions can be very confusing, and a lot of times when somebody is learning English, they're not real comfortable with contractions. So you're not required to use contractions, but you will hear them in conversation. So they want to make sure that you are aware of them and how they're used. So let's go over the grammar box first. These are all future with will. In the affirmative, my mother will watch the kids.
Yeah. My mother will watch the kids.
She'll watch the kids.
She'll watch the kids.
In the negative, Frank will not go to the PTO meeting.
Frank will not go to the PTO meeting.
They won't go to the PTO meeting.
They won't go to the PTO meeting.
Okay, in the grammar watch, it says use will plus the base form of a verb. Won't is the same thing as will not. So when you see the contraction won't, it means the words will not.
Yeah.
Use contractions with will for speaking and informal writing. But if you're doing anything in a formal fashion, you can always write out the words. Don't use contractions. So let's look at exercise A. Complete the sentences. Use will for the future. Anwar will work the evening shift this week. He changed his schedule. We'll try number 2.
Yes. Laura will play on the soccer team next year.
Yes, Laura will play on the soccer team next year. Number 3.
The PTO has a big sale in October. Will have a big sale in October.
Very good. The PTO will have a bake sale in October. Number 4.
Rafael will not be home until 5:30.
Very good. You can also say he won't.
Yeah.
He won't be home.
Yeah.
Because won't, if you look over there in the grammar watch box, in the middle of the box, it says won't is the same thing as will not.
Yeah.
So contraction for will not is won't. WON'. So Raphael won't be home until 5:30. He gets help with his homework after school. Number 5.
The technology club won't meet this week because Monday is a holiday.
Very good. The Technology Club won't meet this week because Monday is a holiday. Number 6, Andre.
Andre will be late for dinner. He has football practice today.
Very good. Andre will be late for dinner. He has football practice today. Number 7.
The kids won't have school on Friday because the teacher has a conference all day.
Very good. The kids won't have school on Friday because the teacher has a conference all day. Part B says complete the conversation, use will for the future, and the words in the box. So they want you to use the words they gave you in the box and use will for future events. You want to go ahead and try that? Can you go to Jimmy's baseball game this Thursday night? I'm sorry, I can't. I have to work. Go on.
The stupid Jimmy will be sad. He wants you to come.
Well,
they will be a game.
They will play. They will play.
Okay. They will play again next week, right?
Right. They'll play again next week. I think there's a game next Friday.
I will see the schedule.
I will check the schedule.
I will
check the schedule. And part B says okay.
Check. Okay. I will be there.
No, they used B. They used B in the first one, and they gave you that one, and they crossed it out. So in the first blank, it said Jimmy will be sad. So you don't need to use B again. When you get down to the bottom, okay, I'll go. I'll go to the next game. I promise. I'll go to the next game. Okay?
Yeah.
Part 2 on the next page, 171. Complete the email. Use the future with will and the words in parentheses. So they want you to fill in the blanks using will and the words underneath the blank that they gave you. So it starts out, hi Jane, thank you for inviting us to Sue's school play next Friday night. Unfortunately, Jack has a class, so he won't be there. He will not be there. He won't be there. Because remember, the contraction for will not is won't. So he won't be there. But the kids and I
will come.
Yes, will come. The kids and I will come. I usually get out of work at around 6:30,
but I will leave early.
Yes, I will leave early if I can. Okay. The kids and I
will eat a quick dinner.
Yes, and we
will get to the school around 8. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
We won't be late.
Right, we won't be late. Very good. We won't be late. I'm going out now, so I
won't call you tonight.
Very good. I won't call you tonight.
I will call you on Sunday.
Very good.
And we will talk some more then.
Very good. I know what you want to do, and I don't want you to do that. All right, let's go back to our workbook again. Sections 2 and 3. I'm sorry, lessons 2 and 3, page 100 in the workbook. Make plans for school events. Section A says complete the conversations, use will for the future. Now remember, when it's will not, you're going to use won't. That's the contraction for will not. You're going to use won't.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, Esteban won't have school next Thursday. There's a parent-teacher conference that day. Part B says, I know my mother
will watch the kids
Very good.
day.
Will watch the kids. My daughter.
will be in the school play in December.
Very good. How exciting.
I will plan to go.
I will plan to go. I will plan to go.
Yeah.
The next PTO meeting.
Will be on January 17th.
Oh no.
I won't be there.
I won't be there.
I have to babysit my niece.
My niece. I have to babysit my niece. Number 4, my soccer team.
Will play in a big game on Friday. Can you come?
Well, I have to work that night, but
I will try. I will try to change my schedule.
okay, so I'll try to change my schedule. Part B says complete the letter. Use will for future and the words in the box. Use contractions if possible. Now remember, when you say will not, you should use the contraction won't. So we're going to complete this letter. Starts out, hi mom. Next Tuesday morning, Zhao's school will have a special event, Grandparents' Day. The children are planning a lot of fun activities. The grandparents
will visit the children's classroom in the morning.
The grandparents, I think, will visit. The grandparents will visit the children's classrooms in the morning. So the grandparents will visit the children's classrooms in the morning.
Each class will show a special program for the grandparents.
I think they will give.
Give?
I think each class will give a special program. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Will
give, okay.
Will present. Maybe they will present.
Present?
Present?
Yeah. Okay.
They will present. You can't get up here while I'm working.
Yeah.
They will present a special program, I think is what that should be.
Yeah.
So they will present a special program. The next one, children in music classes.
Will show.
Will sing.
Sing, yeah.
Will sing because it's a music class. So they will sing and dance. And children and their grandparents.
Will play computer games.
Yes, we'll play computer games in the technology classes. The art classes
will show the grandparents the pictures they made.
Okay, they will show. The art classes will show the grandparents the pictures they made. At noon, everyone will go. Everyone will go to the cafeteria for a special lunch. The principal
will be the grandparents.
No, I think it's going to be give.
Give, yes.
The principal will give the grandparents books they can read with their grandchildren.
I think it will be a really nice
event. I think it will be a really nice event. I hope you can come.
Yeah.
Love, Luli. Okay, this next one I'm going to skip because I don't think my CD for my workbook works very well. So we're going to skip exercise C and go on to exercise D. Read the school notice. What will the students do on Community Service Day? Write the sentences. You're going to write sentences underneath the word will. So let's read this notice. It says, Greenville High School is having a Community Service Day. Greenville High School will have a community service day on Friday, May the 18th from 8 a.m. until noon. This is a chance for students to help others and to show they care about their community. Students will participate in the following projects. 9th grade, collect cans of food for the Food for All organization. 10th grade will read stories to children at the Greenville Children's Hospital. 11th grade will paint benches and playground equipment at Silver Beach. And the 12th grade will clean up garbage and plant flowers at Greenville Park. So they want you to write sentences for all of those in these spaces down below. So you'd start out, the 9th grade will collect food. The 10th grade will read stories. The 11th grade will paint benches and playground equipment. And the 12th grade will clean up garbage and plant flowers.
Yeah.
So those are the sentences you need to write in that space.
So another sentence?
I'm sorry?
We can do another sentence?
Yes. Yeah, what one did you want to do?
So we can say the 9th grade, he can,
They want you to use these same events, but they want you to write them in complete sentences. So you're going to say the 9th grade will collect food. Okay, so
well,
the 9th grade will collect food.
Yeah.
The 10th grade will read stories.
10th grade will read stories to children at the Greenville Children's Hospital.
Right, but you don't have to use all of those words in your sentence if you don't want to, okay? You can make your sentences shorter.
Okay.
But the idea is that you're going to say the 9th grade will, the 10th grade will,
well, yeah.
The 11th grade will, so you know what each grade is going to do. Okay?
The 11th grade will paint benches and playground.
Yes, playground equipment, yes.
The 12th grade will clean up garbage and plant flowers.
Very good, very good. That's exactly right. All right, so let's go back to our big book. Lesson 4. Take a phone message. Have you ever had to take a phone message for somebody?
Yeah.
Maybe even just for your husband, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes somebody calls and you need to write down a message. This is a secretary in the school, and she's taking messages for other people in the school. So it says, look at the picture. Why is the woman calling the school? So you see the woman sitting at the table in her kitchen. Why is she calling the school? Can you guess?
Maybe she need to check something or to take appointment to meet the teacher.
Or to let them know that their child will miss school that day, right? That's a pretty common reason to call the school, is that your child's going to be absent, right?
Yeah.
So it could be to tell them that they're absent. So we're going to listen to the conversation and see what really happened.
Page 172. Take a phone message. Exercises B and C.
Winter Hill Elementary School.
Hello, this is Elsa Vega. May I speak to Mr. Taylor, please?
I'm sorry, he's not available right now. May I take a message?
Yes, please. I have a question about my daughter Maria's math homework. Please ask him to call me back.
Sure. What's your number?
It's 718-555-4343.
Okay, I'll give him the message.
Thank you.
Okay, so the lady in the office is taking a message for Maria's teacher. We're going to listen to it one more time.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look at these phone messages that are written down here at the bottom. They want to know which one of these is the correct message. So you might want to read through it and see. You know who's calling, you know her number. What's the reason that she gave for the message that goes at the bottom? So let's listen one more time and see what it says.
Page
I think it's
172. Take a phone message. Exercises B and C.
Winter Hill Elementary School.
Hello, this is Elsa Vega. May I speak to Mr. Taylor, please?
I'm sorry, he's not available right now. May I take a message?
Yes, please. I have a question about my daughter Maria's math homework. Please ask him to call me back.
Sure. What's your number?
It's 718-555-4343.
Okay, I'll give him the message.
Thank you.
So what was the message that she left?
Is number 2?
Well, yes, number 2. She asked to have him call her
Please call
because
back.
he's probably teaching class.
Mhm.
So she left the message asking him to call her. Very good. So it is number 2. You're right. All right, the next one, Mr. Taylor's returning Miss Vega's call. Then Miss Vega's son Beto answers the phone and takes a message for mom. So this time the teacher's calling the mom back, but her son has to take a message. So let's see what happens in this one.
Page 172. Take a phone message. Exercise D.
Hello?
Hi. May I please speak with Ms. Vega?
I'm sorry. She isn't here right now. May I take a message?
Yes, please. This is Mr. Taylor from Winter Hill Elementary School. Please ask her to call me back.
Okay. What's your number?
My number is 718-555-8185.
718-555-8185. All right. I'll give her the message.
Thank you.
Okay, so Beto took this message for his mom. Mr. Taylor called back.
Yeah. Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor called. Please call him back. His number is
718-555-8185.
Yes. So Beto wrote down this message for his mom, and this time Mr. Taylor probably gave her his direct number so that she could call back on his direct number and not have to go through the receptionist or the lady at the front. So in the practice, it says complete the conversation with words from the box. The words in the box are available, call me back, give him, take a message, and this is. Now they've crossed out this is because they already used it in the first one. The part A says Winter Hill Elementary School. Part B says hello. This is Elsa Vega. May I speak to Mr. Taylor, please? And then
I'm sorry. He's not available.
Very good. He's not available right now. May I
give him
no.
Take a message? May I take a message?
I take a message, yes. May I take a message? Yes, please. I have a question about my daughter Maria's math homework. Please ask him to
call me back.
Very good. Sure. What's your number? It's 718-555-4343. Okay, I'll
give him the message.
Very good. I'll give him the message. Thank you. So if you had to take a message for somebody, they showed you the forms that they used to write down who called and what they called about, and you can make a message on one of those forms. A lot of places of business use like that to take messages for people so that they're not all being bothered by the telephone all day long. Okay, let's go back to the workbook again. In the workbook, it says, complete the conversations, choose the correct response, and circle the letter. So the first one is Oak Grove Middle School. What's the response?
Hello, I speak to Mrs. Dodson, please.
Yes, hello. May
May.
I speak to Mrs. Dawson, please? Hello. May I speak to Mrs. Dawson, please? Number 2 says, may I speak to Ms. Wilson, please?
Yeah. Miss Elsa, somebody's knocked the door. Can
Okay,
I
go ahead.
open?
Go ahead. Not working out well at all.
Baba?
Because Peter's in Australia. It's very early for him.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My husband.
He was at the door?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, so I think we were on number 2. May I speak to Ms. Wilson, please?
Yes.
What was the response?
I'm sorry, she is not in the office right now.
I'm sorry, she's not in the office right now. I'm sorry, she's not in the office right now. Number 3, I'm sorry, Mr. Green is not available right now. Can I take a message? What's the response?
Please ask him to call me back.
Yes, please ask him to call me back. Number 4, may I take a message?
No, thank you. I will call back later.
Very good. No, thank you. I'll call back later. And number 5, what's your number?
It is 718-555-3456.
Very good. And again, they're playing a track for section B and C and D.
Wow.
So you can go through those and look at them, but I'm not going to go over those because I can't play the CD for those. So that was lesson 4. People don't have to take messages very much anymore because everybody has their own phone number now. And you can just call that number and leave a message on their phone so they get the message directly and you don't usually have to go through somebody anymore. All right, let's look at lesson 5. Is it okay to keep working, Christine? Or do you want to stop here?
We can stop here.
We'll stop here. There's a lot of distractions in the afternoon. We need to go back to mornings.
Yes, I will next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll
This is an exception today.
No, it's quite all right. I understand. I'm just glad you wanted to have class. So we'll just plan on doing this again next week in the morning. In the morning.
In the morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. I will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.